Josh Peterson and Mike Schaefer on 1620 The Zone.
Welcome to the Omaha Baseball Village, fresh off of another classic at the Chuck. Kentucky 5, NC State 4 in 10 innings, 3 games, 3 walk-offs. And we are powered by Access Bank, here for a reason, yours, and by Children's Nebraska. Josh Peterson, Mike Schaefer, Josh Otson with you. Wow. Mike Schaefer, another great baseball game with runs scored by both teams after the 7th inning. This one, not with controversy like the one that we talked about earlier from last night. And Kentucky moves on into the winner's bracket. What a game as they win versus NC State.
Yeah, Josh, the baseball has been nothing short of fantastic through 3 games so far. You've got a little bit of everything. You had 3 walk-offs, but different ways of getting there. And the first walk-off home run, if you will, for the tournament. And the first win, Kentucky's first ever College World Series win, comes on a walk-off home run that featured a home run in the 9th and a home run in the 10th to win it, trailing against NC State. That was an excellent game of baseball.
How about this from Rob Anderson? This was about a half hour ago. He said there's been 1,091 men College World Series games in history. So I don't know if this was 1092 or if this was 1091. There have never been 3 in a row in the same year, let alone games 1, 2, 3. So we had never had a College World Series with walk-offs in 3 consecutive games. And that's how we have begun the 2024 iteration.
The baseball is good.
Yeah, and you want the Hornets.
Yeah, well, no.
I want the Hornets.
Yeah.
I want the Hornets.
Can't believe you don't like this tournament.
It's a great tournament. Many are saying. Big, strong men, tears in their eyes. Sir, did you watch the baseball?
Yeah, we had people stop by while we were not on air, and they were just like, can you believe how good the baseball is?
Yeah, and we were like, it's baseballing.
Yeah. Is that a thing?
I don't know. By the way, if you missed it, start time for Texas A&M and Florida is scheduled to start at 6:09. 6:09, and as someone just looked, oh my, that's in an hour. Indeed it is. 1 hour from right now.
Regular start time. Nothing has changed.
Nothing has changed. The clouds are cloudy, but we hope that that's all they are, at least until 6:09.
Yes. Get the game started.
Many are hoping for it. 5:40 pregame and a moment of silence, or at least a moment of thought for how fast those guys have to eat their dinner inside of the broadcast booth. They are scarfing right now. They're wolfing food down. They're
Last-second prep.
They're trying to, spoiler alert, they record the on-field interviews. They're trying to get those recorded. Happer's busy. I know, Josh, Happer's busy. Everyone's busy. So let's hope that they get that food in their stomachs.
Which team failed to get their lineup into John Bishop an hour before that? Was it NC State?
Well, he said that it's a what was the phrase that he used earlier today? It's a bad thing. It's a sign of bad things.
Bad omen?
It's a bad omen. Maybe only in his mind, though. I don't know which of the teams, but I guess in my mind now,
what happens
if
both teams? Because it's now 5-11.
That's true.
And if they don't have lineups in, they are now inside that hour.
Yeah.
How would he handle that?
Great question. He'd probably be pissed because, again, he has to start. He's on the air in 30 minutes, which means we're off the air in 30 minutes. So we have a lot of stuff to talk to, Shafe. I was trying to figure out these, honestly, the shorter shows are kind of the harder shows because it's like there's many things that we can do. Circus Sports put out college football games of the year, lines for those games of the year.
Wow.
I have a new Nebraska-Colorado line, for example, in there. I didn't know if you wanted to talk about that. What about the Major League Baseball umpire who is being disciplined for violating gambling laws inside of Major League Baseball? Or another Rob Anderson tweet of a poll question: if you strike out 3 batters over the course of like 6 batters in an inning, is that striking out the side?
No.
These are no.
I don't think so.
I think I'm going to vote yes. Oh, and no, it looks like it says it wasn't 3 up, 3 down. I've always been confused, by the way, of striking out the side.
Yeah, I thought it was just the initial run of 3 batters.
The 3 batters are the side?
Or if you come in a relief appearance and you face 3 hitters and you get all 3 out and you struck them out, then you struck out the side. Any other iteration doesn't seem the same to me.
Yeah, I've always wondered what it was. So Those are all the things that we could talk about. But
Well, that one we can check off. We talked about that one.
Topic alert. That topic is done. What a win, though, by Kentucky, 5-4 over NC State. And what an interesting way to shape that the 10th inning, the bottom of the 10th, that is, begins. Kentucky gets a runner on first. They get walked right away, so they're feeling good. No outs, one runner on, and he gets caught.
Well, fly ball to center.
Fly ball to center. Then he gets caught stealing. And so at that point, it's like, all right, well, you're starting from square one, but a walk-off home run for the Wildcats. And as you pointed out a couple of moments ago, first ever game, first ever College World Series victory for the Kentucky Wildcats. What a way to do it.
You waited a long time to get here. And in one game, an incredibly memorable moment that if nothing else, you would leave Omaha with and be like, man, that was awesome.
It was indeed awesome. It's awesome right here as well. We are inside of the Omaha Baseball Village in 1620. The Zone is joined today by the Drug Enforcement Administration. To learn about the dangers of fentanyl or to join in the fight against drugs, visit DEA.gov. All right, so we have a lot of stuff to cram in over the next 27 minutes. We will continue to do so when we return. Kentucky 5, NC State 4. They move on into the winner's bracket. Kentucky now will await the winner of Texas A&M and Florida. That game scheduled to start in just under an hour. Pre-game coverage with John Bishop, Gary Sharp, and Connor Happer starts in about 25 minutes. Josh Peterson, Mike Schaefer. We continue next here on 1620 The Zone.
Why wait for your perfect landscape when Patera can get it booked now and installed in plenty of time to enjoy this summer? Gorgeous, healthy trees and bushes, a colorful garden with a water feature, a berm, a beautiful new patio. Whatever you're imagining for curb appeal or more privacy, Patera can book your project now so you can enjoy your perfect landscape and cookouts this summer. Patera, Omaha's best. PateraLandscaping.com.
If you want a perfect landscape, call Patera.
When you shop local, you help strengthen our community. So if you need roof repair, gutters, siding, even windows, call local Pyramid Roofing. They're the #1 roofer in Omaha for more than a dozen years. Let Pyramid Roofing come and give you a free estimate. Give them a call at 402-502-9300. That's 402-502-9300. Or visit them online at
PyramidRoof.com. Never settle for less.
Twisted Thunder Fireworks is going to save you big money. You'll find the best variety and the lowest prices in the entire state of Nebraska. Don't believe us? See page after page of products and pricing online at twistedthunder.com, where you can watch everything before you buy and choose local pickup so it's ready to go for you at the tent. Go to twistedthunder.com to check out all of our locations in Nebraska as well as our location in Council Bluffs. That's twistedthunder.com.
For generations, hardworking people have relied on Ford F-Series trucks to help grow businesses, communities, families. A legacy of capability and technology that has made Ford F-Series America's best-selling trucks 47 years straight. This is the next generation of Built Ford Tough. Based on 1977 to 2023 calendar year total sales.
He thinks bean counting is an iPhone app. He is the most uninteresting man in the world.
Hi, I'm Bob Berger. Don't just get your taxes done. Get them managed. If you're tired of losing sleep over your business and personal taxes, you're ready to make more money, give us a call.
Call Berger, Elliott, and Pritchard CPAs at 402-551-1919 or visit bepcpa.com.
And we're back live, and what a beautiful day here at the park. Just listen to that crowd. Excitement's in the air. They've come to see the best of the best from all over the globe in what's been a fan favorite for nearly 130 years. That's right, it's all at Omaha's Henry Dorley Zoo and Aquarium, the #1 zoo in the nation. Be sure to swing by between games and check out our newly reimagined Hubbard Orangutan Forest. Plan your visit at omahazoo.com.
Now back to the Men's College World Series special live from Omaha Baseball Village, powered by Children's Nebraska and Access Bank on 1620 The Zone.
Peterson, Mike Schaefer, Josh Hodson here at the Omaha Baseball Village, and the guy that Gary Sharp owes a steak to just stopped by as well. Gary, we know you're listening right now. Get this man his steak.
Yeah, he's accosting us.
Yeah.
He wants his steak.
He said, where's Sharpie? He said he's up in the booth. Hiding away from him is what he's doing.
That's what it sounds like.
You know who's not hiding away, though?
Us.
Well, yes, but Josh Hodson. By the way.
OJ?
OJ. This is other Josh, OJ. By the way, if you are on your way in, you're wondering about the start time, scheduled to start on time. So they have not moved it back. They have not made any changes as of right now. Along those lines, the guy who is not hiding, OJ.
A lot of responses I could give to that. I will abstain from them all. Going to do a quick injury report before we get to the weather. The injury report is presented by the Advocates, your personal injury attorneys. Experienced, trusted, local. With the Advocates, you are never alone. TheAdvocates.com. Texas A&M, of course, going without their projected first-round draft pick, Braden Montgomery, injured in the Super Regionals. Aircast, very unfortunate. So they will go on without him. As we turn our attention to the weather, it is powered by the winning team at Liberty First Credit Union, supporting their communities and providing banking with purpose. Good news, bad news.
Oh, no.
Good news.
Yeah?
We're going to get this game started on time.
Great news, Josh.
The
like
bad
to
news.
hear that.
The rain is expected to come around 8:30.
Don't like to hear
Might
that news.
it wait?
It might wait.
Hey, you
Omadome.
said earlier that the first game might get affected by weather, and it never did.
So I'm hoping I'll be wrong for the sake of the entire event going off without a hitch.
OJ sacrificing his accuracy for us all.
Thank you, OJ.
Someone's got to reverse your jinx.
Yeah, indeed. It's got to be other Josh.
Jinxie Josh.
Damn it. I don't like that. All right.
You're JJ.
Thank you, Josh.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Wow. If the game gets delayed at 8:30, that would be pretty wild for things.
Yeah, because it's not like there's a much better window the later it gets.
Correct. That's true. It gets later, in fact.
Well, no, I'm saying that the weather gets worse.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I understand the concept of time. It would get later in the evening.
That's what I was trying to say.
That is not what I was talking
about. And then there is the doubleheader schedule tomorrow. Thankfully, tomorrow, Josh didn't have the weather for tomorrow in that weather report. Nothing is forecast except for the scalding sun.
Yeah.
So wear sunscreen tomorrow.
Ever wanted to see what the surface of the sun is like?
Tomorrow.
Sunday is your day.
Tomorrow, a low of 73 and sunny. It's going to be a very toasty one around here. Remember earlier when I was sniffing the air, normal activity, and I smelled the sunscreen wafting in, and then you told me to guess what it was, and I got that right?
I do.
It's a man of sunscreen, Mike Schaefer.
Yeah. What do you smell right now?
Just the air. Not a whole lot right now, just the air.
Just air.
Just air. I don't smell a fryer. Earlier I smelled the fryers. Today, it doesn't even smell stinky. It smells like happiness and excitement.
Wow.
Yeah. People love happiness.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
And
There's
excitement.
a lot of happy people. Yeah. Activity picked way up after that game ended.
Oh, yeah.
There was, I think, some nervousness that the second game would not start on time.
A lot of nervousness.
Just some milling about. People not coming out or coming down early because they were worried about the weather. But now, regular start time, 6:09.
Regular start time. Man, you remove the O in there, and it's a nice start time. No?
No, that's
know
not my bad.
That was a stretch.
You sold that one.
Well, because that number doesn't exist in time.
It doesn't. That's a good point. That's a good point.
I mean, you can't even use like military time and get there.
All right. Well, I apologize for that one.
That's all right.
I apologize.
You took a
for that
chance.
one. Yeah, I did. I mentioned this in our last segment. The college football games of the year. We've gotten some more lines. We could do a little Cousin Sal, Bill Simmons. Do you want to guess any of these lines, Mr. Mike Schaefer? What Circa has for the upcoming college football season with some of these big games?
Yeah. Let me guess.
All right. I mentioned the Nebraska.
I don't even know who's
game.
going to be the favored team.
Yeah.
Well, this one I have a guess.
Yeah. This is the only Nebraska game that is on their list. Nebraska at home, Colorado week 2.
Nebraska favored by 6.5.
You are close, but it is 5.
Ooh.
Which is a little
Just
lower.
5 or 5.5?
Just 5.
Wow.
Which is a little lower than what I've seen in some of the other ones.
I did not want to go under a touchdown, but I felt like it had to be under a touchdown. And so then I just went as low under that as I could.
I like that. How about this? The same day, big noon kickoff from the Big House, Texas, on the road at Michigan.
Feels like Texas would be favored.
Okay.
But a slight favorite. We're hearing -2 from the crowd.
-2. All right, we're playing Guess the Lines. This is great.
I
What do
enjoy
you
this.
got? It's like when House shows up for Guess the Lines.
I'm gonna go with the crowd. They were throwing the horns up.
The crowd is wrong. It's -5.
Wow.
Longhorns -5. Hook 'em.
No respect for Sharon Morris.
I think I kind of like that line. I think I might like Texas.
I would wonder if that won't go up.
Yeah. How about this one? I believe this is Oklahoma's first SEC football game at home versus Tennessee. Year 3 for Brent Venables.
Is Tennessee going to be favored?
Are they?
I would make Tennessee the favorite.
By how many points?
Give me 2.5.
All right, you have the number almost correct. It's 2, but it's Sooners.
Yeah, I'm
Sooners -2.
selling the Sooners.
You're
going to
put those points in your back pocket.
Brent Venables, not the coach in 2025.
Not the coach in 2025.
Yeah, for Oklahoma.
I like that take. I think I like that take a lot.
I think
see.
they're really going to hurt. They're going to struggle in this transition.
I'm looking for, there's a couple of big games in here. Okay, here we go. Ohio State at Oregon. This is mid-October. Big game. Huge game in Autzen.
Oregon by a field goal.
Ohio State -1.
What?
Yeah.
What?
How about them apples? Let's go with one
Do we
more.
even know who Ohio State, their quarterback is going to be
Yes, from Kansas State.
Will Howard.
It's going to be Will Howard.
But we don't know how good Will Howard's going to be.
We don't. He's going to be the weak link in a loaded roster.
I guess we don't really know that Dylan Gabriel is going to just take the league by storm for Oregon either.
That's true. That's the question that I have with Oregon. That's the big question for me. Is
a little concerned on Dylan Gabriel.
Yeah, just how good is he going to be?
Yeah.
I think he's a solid quarterback. I don't think he's like awesome. One more. Georgia at Alabama. I believe this is the end of September. I missed it when I was looking through some of these lines. Georgia at Alabama. First year without Nick Saban for Alabama.
Georgia, just stick around the field goal. 3.5.
5.
Okay. Yeah,
Georgia
that's fine.
-5.
That's fair.
All right, that was fun. That was a little guess the lines action.
It's college lines are so much harder.
Way more difficult.
So much harder.
They're all over the place. I mean, like I'm
because you don't have any reference of what these quarterbacks are going to look
correct. Like, how about this line? Texas hosting Florida -18 Texas. That is crazy. Isn't it wild how much Florida has fallen off in our lives? Like, they were great under Spurrier, then they were bad under Zook, great under Meyer, and now they have been so mid for a long time.
Do you think we can find Florida fans that are here today about to watch their baseball team that would actively say they're confident in Billy Napier right now?
It would have to be a super homer.
Yeah.
Super homer. I don't think the Florida administration here in town would say that they're confident in the guy. If
There's
you got
Florida administration in town. Do we know?
Well, I would have to imagine there's somebody in town from Florida.
They send one dignitary to be here.
One person is from Florida, and they say, here I am.
I'm a dignitary.
Time to watch some baseball.
All right.
It's almost time for us to watch some baseball. We're going to take our final break of the show. When we come back, we will get you ready for the nightcap. Texas A&M versus Florida. Pregame coming in under 15 minutes. And again, first pitch is scheduled for its normal time, which is 6:09. We will come back. We'll wrap things up. Josh Peterson, Mike Schaefer, Josh Dotson here at the Omaha Baseball Village on 1620 The Zone.
At Rotella's Italian Bakery, they put unsurpassed product quality into everything they bake. Old world skill and experience are masterfully blended with modern efficiencies to create the delicious breads, rolls, hamburger and hot dog buns, and other specialty products that have delighted their customers since 1921. Combining customer satisfaction with uncompromising quality is their goal. Rotella's Italian Bakery, a century of pride in every slice. To see the full menu of products, visit rotellasbakery.com.
An estimated 80% of Americans aren't getting their recommended daily amount of physical activity. It's time to move and keep moving, America. And when you need help, physical therapists and physical therapist assistants are by your side. Be your own champion. Choose more movement. Choose better health. Choose physical therapy. Find out more information and a physical therapist at choosept.com/NE. Brought to you by the American Physical Therapy Association of Nebraska.
The Pinnacle Bank Championship presented by Woodhouse is back, and you don't want to miss a second of Omaha's biggest golf tournament of the year. Join us August 5th through the 11th to catch the action as players battle their way towards the PGA Tour. Plus, enjoy events like RSM Youth Day, the Patriot Outpost, and the Live and Loud Concert Series. Secure your tickets today at thepinnaclebankchampionship.com/tickets.
If you've ever been injured in an accident, the Nebraska Advocates are here to get you back in the game. Their experienced personal injury attorneys will guide you through the legal process, answer your questions, and fight for your physical, emotional, and financial recovery. We'll help you access medical care, get your car repaired, and find the resources you need. Get a free consultation at nebraskaadvocates.com. You deserve an attorney who will go to bat for you. You deserve an advocate.
Make the right call. John Higgins Weather Guard, the home of the roofery.
When it's time to replace or repair storm damage, make the right call. John Higgins Weather Guard, the local, trusted, and proven choice. No one has installed more DaVinci roofs, and there's a reason why John Higgins Weather Guard is the nation's leader. Community member, community supporter. Make the right call.
John Higgins Weather Guard, the home of the roofery. Make the right call.
Hey everybody, it's Michael Smith for Ted and Wally's Premium Ice Cream. Now that we got through the spring and we're in the summer, what's better for summer than ice cream? I always say, get yourself a bucket load. Now I know they don't sell it by the buckets at Ted and Wally's, but they do sell it by the pint. They do sell it by the half gallon. All you got to do is call ahead to get yours reserved today. And so many flavors. Go on social media, whether it's Facebook or on Twitter, and they have a list of the day's ice creams for both locations. That's in the old market, of course, and in Benson. Swing by there, get yourself some great ice cream this summer, and tell them Severe sent you.
Now back to the Men's College World Series special live from Omaha Baseball Village. Powered by Children's Nebraska and Access Bank on 1620 The Zone.
Welcome back to the Omaha Baseball Village. Josh Peterson, Mike Schaefer, Josh Dotson down here. We don't know exactly what is going on, but we are awaiting some sort of information about the start time for tonight's game between Florida and Texas A&M. A few minutes ago, pretty much right after we went to break, actually, John Bishop tweeted out, stay tuned for information on the start time of Florida versus A&M. So we will be awaiting something, Mr. Mike Schaefer. Don't know what it is. And the frustrating part, like it says, I have the app opened. You look at the radar, really not a whole lot here, and we are in a tornado watch right now. That's not new information. We've been in a watch for, an hour and a half, couple hours at this point in time. The bad stuff isn't supposed to arrive until the 8 o'clock hour. So what's like this delay going to be?
Yeah.
What are we talking about in terms of a delay? And because at a certain point, you start really getting close to that, 8 o'clock hour when stuff's supposed to hit the fan a little bit.
Yeah, I would think that you would want to get as much of the game in as you can before the weather that you aren't even sure that is going to arrive potentially arrives.
Yeah, and I've been around here for some of those weather delays where it's like worthless and it's being proactive for something that's not going to arrive.
Yeah.
And so, the worst thing that could happen, of course, is like you don't want to start a game and then have to go into a delay immediately because of the pitchers. I understand that. I think we all understand that.
But there's nothing in the system that would
correct
show immediate.
Correct. I mean, a little bit of rain might be here, possible light rain over the next 15 to 20 minutes, but the game's not supposed to start for 40 minutes. So, again, still waiting on exactly what that information is going to be. So I believe what the plan will be is that we are going to finish this show still in a few minutes. We will then throw it upstairs, and I guess we'll await word on the air from John and Gary, and then we will go from there. And I don't know really what the rest of the night Looks like Nicole Griffith, who we had on Sportsmanlike Conduct earlier this week, she just tweeted, I'm told they're delaying opening gates with no start time for A&M and Florida due to impending severe weather. But again, it's not supposed to arrive here for a few hours. So,
Are they just going to make a unilateral early decision to not have the game tonight?
I mean, yeah, it's funny because
if you're going to hold for this,
yes,
and then it gets to 8 and it comes
and you
down,
still haven't started,
and then your next, window is like an hour and a half before the 10 o'clock stuff comes in.
Yeah.
When are you going to play the game?
Yeah, correct. Because I just got a message from someone. Do you think they're just guessing they'll end up having to play tomorrow? I mean, this is odd given that the stuff doesn't seem like, and look, they have better models than I do on my phone, right?
I don't believe it.
Than logging on to AccuWeather.com.
Famously, you're the weather guy that tells us when the snow is done.
Hey, there he is. Look at OJ over here now with his weather takes.
Well, I mean, we've brought all these
take a
people
stab
here.
at it,
Why
OJ.
not try and play a baseball game?
OJ, last segment, he was wrong. What are you going to say to him?
Nothing.
Wow, unreal. I sometimes say the snow is done, and then the snow isn't done. Meanwhile, this guy is like, we're all fine. By the way, official announcement from at NCAA Baseball on Twitter. The start of Game 4 in Gates have been delayed due to potential weather. Stay tuned for updates. This is, you want to talk about a way to make people mad. If nothing arrives here for an hour or so,
which is not scheduled to.
No.
And the vagueness of what you just read.
Exactly. Yeah, that was one sentence, two sentences. The start of Game 4 in Gates have been delayed due to potential weather. Stay tuned for updates. So awesome. So we'll be doing that.
But we get to hang out with each other.
Stay tuned. I love to hang out with my friend. You know what this means? We didn't talk any NFL, Mike. We can talk about the NFL. We have a lot of time now. We can stretch our legs.
Our rainy day topic, if you will.
John emails in to remind us, and I couldn't remember what year it was, so I appreciate John. Not Bishop, by the way. He's focused on his play-by-play duties. John writes, there was an 80-minute delay when the sun was out last year. Don't put anything past these morons. I do remember that. I do remember looking at the sun thinking, this is a weird delay to have. And sure enough, there was a delay. Not great. You want us to talk about Nebraska ball? Shafe.
I mean, I can.
Come on, Shafe, take over.
We could replay the Robin Washut interview from Thursday.
We could. He had a lot of good Nebraska basketball takes. I just got a text, another person, boots on the ground journalism, Shafe, which you love, said, can confirm that people are just standing at the gates like they should be open. Let us in. Let us in. They won't be let in.
Is no one just like letting them know the gates will not be open?
Great question. Tremendous question. My guess is no. I don't know.
Why does everything have to be so difficult?
I know, man. Like even the first tweet from John, stay tuned for information. It's like, all right, there was something out there. Was it rumors? Was it innuendo? I just got a text from Bigelow. Someone wants y'all to talk Nebraska ball. Let me turn my car around. Jacob Bigelow coming back, and we're talking Nebraska basketball in June.
We got a third chair.
I don't know if it's in my contract for me to talk Nebraska basketball in June. I don't think that's a part
do you have topics that you get to talk about in certain months?
That's the one that I agreed to, yeah. Steve just says, why am I thinking we're about to get a foot of snow? There will not be a foot of snow. There's barely going to be a raindrop. I see no raindrops. 0 raindrops. I see sweat markings. See, that guy's good. He's totally fine. Everyone looks comfortable.
Yeah, it looks like a game
Sad.
could start at 6:09.
It looks like a game could start at 6:09. So yeah, that is what we will keep an eye on. By the way, if you missed it, if you were making your way down here, Kentucky 5, NC State 4. So Kentucky moves on. Another great game, third straight game to begin the 2024 Men's College World Series, where we get a walk-off. They did so in the bottom of the 10th inning, and that was a game for the second time in as many games. The team that won entered the 9th inning trailing. They were down at the bottom of the 9th by a score of 4-3. They tie it up, and then they get that walk-off in the 10th, and they move on into the winner's bracket, and NC State goes into the loser's bracket. So both of those teams will await the winners and the losers of tonight's game. Hopefully tonight's game, am I right? Between Texas A&M and Florida. It looks like you had a little more weather information. I thought you were about to give us the goods.
No, I don't have any. I don't have any
weather
good stuff
information
over there. I'm just excited to see a game that could start at 10 p.m.
You never know what time it could start. And then there's another game tomorrow at 1 on Father's Day. Your first Father's Day.
Yeah, that's exciting.
What if you're on the air with me as we continue to go into the long, long night? We're on until 12:01. Happy Father's Day.
Well, that would be exciting.
Would it be exciting?
Well, I'm already going to share the day with you tomorrow anyway.
That's
instead
true.
of my child.
Yeah, so why not go to bed with me on your mind and wake up with me on your mind as well?
Things I've never wanted.
Yeah, well, sorry, Shafe. That's what you're dealing with tonight and tomorrow. All right, so we're just about to send it up into the booth. Hopefully John and Gary have a little bit more information. I'm looking forward to the tone of the show. The tone should be pretty interesting, especially from my dear friend and co-host, John Bishop. He is not someone who appreciates random delays when games could be played.
I mean, the anger that seeps through him if there is any sort of stoppage, an umpire review.
Oh, boy.
An initiated umpire review.
Oh,
any
boy.
review that takes over 12 seconds.
A tiebreaker that results in coin flips. He's going to have his
tiebreaker for a tie that hasn't even happened yet.
Bingo. He's preemptively mad, though I understand it if he's mad tonight. So we will go upstairs. We will find out what we can about this game. But, again, if you are just hopping in your car, if you're just walking by us in the Omaha Baseball Village, the start of tonight's game has been delayed. For how long? Well, we really don't know. We don't know. Palms up. We don't know. So we will tune in to John and Gary and Happer and see what we can learn over the course of the next few minutes. We will be back on then after that. I believe they're going to be on until about the top of the hour. So then they'll send it back to us and hashtag topic alert. If there's something you want us to talk about, baby, we got you covered. Could it be NFL? Could it be sweaty Dak Prescott? Could it be more lines from the college football games of the year?
Nebraska ball has been requested.
That's the one topic I promise we won't discuss as we move on into the 6 o'clock hour. Won't discuss it. No, just kidding. If you got any takes, we can do it. Okay. Rank Mass. I just wanted to say his name.
Okay.
You don't want to talk about Rank Mass?
Well, he's not going to play this year.
All right. Well, we're not talking about Rank Mass, apparently. And that's talking Nebraska basketball. Pre-game coming up next. John Bishop, Gary Sharp, Connor Happer on the field. Thank you for joining us. We'll be back to you in about 20 minutes or so. Enjoy the pregame show. It's going to be great. See you later.